Today, I have an important message for the collective, and I want you to take what resonates with you personally and leave behind whatever doesn't. Before we dive into the message, I want to express my deep gratitude to everyone who's been supporting this channel. To my new subscribers, thank you for joining this journey, and to my returning subscribers, thank you for continuing to be part of this community. Your love and support mean the world to me, and it motivates me to keep sharing these messages. Now, let's get into the message. This is for someone specific, so listen closely if it feels like I'm talking to you. What I want to tell you is this: you don't look like what you've been through. I'm talking about all the hardships, trials, and painful experiences you faced. Despite everything that's happened to you, when people look at you today, they don't see the pain, the struggles, or the difficult times you've had to endure. This is because you've been transformed not by your circumstances, but by your faith in God and the strength He has given you. Let's unpack that a bit. Life throws all kinds of challenges at us. Some of them feel unbearable. You might have faced depression, loss, rejection, or betrayal. You've probably dealt with moments where you didn't know how you were going to move forward. But here's the amazing thing: you don't wear your struggles on the outside. When people see you, they don't see the brokenness, the suffering, or the shame that might have been a part of your past. Instead, they see someone who seems to be whole, who radiates strength and grace. This is a powerful testament to the grace of God in your life. Sometimes when you try to share your story with others, whether it's about the pain you've been through or the hardships you've overcome, people might not believe you. They may doubt that someone who appears as strong and composed as you could have faced such difficulties. This is because you don't look like your pain. You don't look like someone who has been through the fire. And while that can be frustrating, I want you to know that it's a reflection of how far you've come. God has worked in your life in ways that not only healed you but made you stronger. Some people might even think that you're exaggerating your struggles or trying to gain sympathy. They might say, "There's no way someone like you could have gone through all that," but you know your truth. You know what you've experienced, and more importantly, God knows. God was with you through every trial. Even when it felt like you were all alone, there were times when you wondered if anyone, including God, noticed your suffering. But I'm here to tell you that God saw everything, and He was with you every step of the way. Here's the important part: you didn't let your pain define you. You didn't allow those difficult moments to break your spirit. Instead, you used those experiences to grow and become stronger. And that's what makes you a warrior. The fact that you've gone through so much and come out the other side, not just surviving but thriving, is a sign of your inner strength and resilience. There's a scripture that comes to mind: for your shame, I will give you double. This means that all the pain, all the suffering, all the shame you've experienced, God is going to turn it around and bless you with twice as much joy, peace, and success. You may have wondered at times, is God really paying attention? Does He see what I'm going through? The answer is yes. God sees everything, and He has been keeping track of every tear, every heartache, and every moment of despair. And now He is preparing to bless you abundantly for everything you've endured. You are in a season of divine timing right now. What does that mean? It means that this is your moment. This is the time when everything that God has promised you is going to come to pass. All the things you've been praying for, the dreams you've had, the desires of your heart, God is getting ready to bring them to fruition. You've waited, you've been patient, and now you are stepping into a season of reward. The reason you've been able to reach this point is that you didn't let your struggles change who you are at the core. You didn't let the pain turn you bitter or angry. Instead, you trusted God through it all. Even when things didn't make sense, even when it felt like the whole world was against you, you kept your faith. That's what has brought you to this place of strength and victory. Because of your faith, because you've continued to trust in God, you are now standing in a place of power. You've become untouchable. Your spirit is strong, your light shines bright, and nothing can dim that. People may try to bring you down, but they won't succeed because you are covered by God's grace. You are standing on solid ground now, and you're stronger than ever before. What's more, the way people approach you now has to change. They can't come at you the same way they used to. You've elevated spiritually, emotionally, and energetically, and not everyone can handle that. There are people who were part of your journey in the past, but they're not meant to continue with you into this next chapter of your life. Some of them mistreated you, took advantage of you, or didn't appreciate your worth. Those people don't have access to you anymore unless they've done the work to change themselves. I want you to understand this clearly. Access to you has been denied to those who haven't elevated with you. Your value has increased, and not everyone deserves to be in your presence. The price to be in your life has gone up because you are not the same person you were 2 years ago, a year ago, or even 6 months ago. You've grown, you've transformed, and you've become more powerful in every way. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It's the result of everything you've been through, the pain, the struggles, the tears, the heartbreaks. All of those experiences have shaped you into the person you are today. And now you're in a place where you can look back and say, I made it through. I'm stronger because of it. But this doesn't mean you should hold on to the past or let it weigh you down. You've learned from it, you've grown from it, and now it's time to move forward. There's a reason why some people are no longer in your life. They were part of your journey, but they weren't meant to reach your destination with you. They served a purpose for a season, but that season is over, and that's okay. Now you're stepping into a new season, one filled with blessings, abundance, and joy. You are no longer bound by the struggles of your past. You've been set free, and now you're walking in victory. This is a time for you to celebrate, to embrace the new opportunities and blessings that are coming your way. So as you move forward, remember this: you are untouchable, you are strong, you are powerful, and you are covered by God's grace. No one can take that away from you. And those who want to be part of your life moving forward will need to come correct. They need to recognize your worth and treat you with the respect and honor you deserve. This is your time. Embrace it. Walk in your power. And never forget how far you've come and how much stronger you are now. The struggles of the past don't define you, they've only made you greater. You are a warrior, and your light is shining brighter than ever. Stay blessed, stay strong, and continue to walk in faith. Your best days are ahead of you, and God has amazing things in store for your future. This message isn't coming from a place of pride or arrogance. Instead, it's about protection and guidance from your ancestors. They are watching over you, and before anyone can come into your life now, your ancestors will evaluate them first. They will make sure the person deserves to be in your presence and has reached a certain level of maturity or growth. In this season of your life, not everyone should have access to you. Not everyone is meant to share in your blessings, and not everyone deserves to be your friend. In the past, when you were going through struggles, there were people who had the resources to help you. They had the power, the tools, the money, or the connections that could have lifted you up or supported you. But they chose not to help you. Why? Because some of these people enjoyed seeing you struggle. They liked seeing you stuck in a low place, and instead of offering support, they watched from the sidelines. These people took pleasure in your suffering, and you may not have realized it at the time because you thought they were your friends or trusted people in your life. During that time, you were going through tests and trials. Life wasn't easy, and it felt like everything was against you. But those people were part of that process. They were allowed into your life for a reason, to test your strength and your ability to overcome challenges, even when help was withheld from you. The struggles you went through weren't meant to destroy you, they were meant to shape you. Despite all the difficulties, you didn't give up. You didn't let the unfairness, the pain, or the rejection change who you are. Instead, you used those challenges as stepping stones to grow stronger. Now, the people who had access to you in the past were only meant to be there for the old version of you. The person you were back then is not the same as who you are today. Back then, these people doubted you. They didn't see your potential or believe in your vision. You may have shared your dreams with them, told them about the big things you wanted to achieve, but they couldn't see what you saw. On the surface, they might have pretended to support you, but behind closed doors, they were laughing at your goals. They didn't understand the depth of your vision or the strength of your faith. Because of this, those people no longer belong in your life. The version of you that they knew is gone, and they haven't earned the right to be in your space now. Your energy and presence have evolved, and they no longer match your level. Some of these people deep down knew you had the potential to become something greater. They could sense that you were destined for more, but they weren't willing to stand by your side. They didn't want to be associated with you because at that time you weren't where they thought you should be. They didn't want to support someone they considered a failure. They had already made up their minds about you. They thought you would never make it, so they pulled away. They may have stopped offering help, stopped giving you their time, or even pulled financial support. They wanted to see if you would fail without their assistance. They thought that if they stopped investing in you, you would crumble. But they were wrong. As soon as these people left your life, something powerful happened. God elevated you. The moment they withdrew their help, God stepped in and lifted you to a new level. This is a key point sometimes when we hold on too tightly to people, places, or situations that are no longer meant for us, we are limiting what God can do in our lives. But when you let go and allow God to work, amazing things happen. You go from being overlooked to being someone of great importance. These people who expected you to fail didn't realize one important thing: you have God on your side. They didn't know the plans that God had for you. They saw your current situation and judged you based on that. They thought you would always stay where you were, struggling and stuck. But God had a bigger plan for your life, one that they couldn't see. There's a saying, the stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. That's exactly what happened to you. You were rejected, overlooked, and abandoned by people who didn't think you were good enough. They didn't see your true value. They only saw your outer circumstances and judged you based on that. But God saw something much deeper in you. He saw your potential and your heart, and He knew that your journey was just beginning. Now, the same people who rejected you are witnessing your rise. The people who didn't believe in you are starting to see how far you've come. Your haters, the ones who look down on you, are now turning into your admirers. They are beginning to see that you are not the person they thought you were. You are proving them wrong, and they can no longer deny your success. The people who once doubted you are now becoming your biggest fans. This is a reminder to always keep walking with God. No matter what challenges come your way, don't give up on your faith. When you stay close to God, even when you can't see the way forward, He is working behind the scenes. Sometimes it may feel like nothing is happening, but you have to trust the process, be patient, be obedient, and allow God to lead you on your journey. For someone reading this, there is a specific message: get ready for the spotlight. You may be stepping into a new phase where you'll receive a lot of attention. Maybe you're a model, or you work in fashion, or you're about to be recognized for your talents. You might start seeing cameras and flashing lights around you like paparazzi. This is a sign that you're stepping into a new level of visibility, and people are going to start noticing you. Another important message here is that the last will become the first. If you've been waiting for your moment, wondering when it will be your turn, the time has come. Your waiting season is over. You've been patient, you've been faithful, and now it's time for you to receive the blessings that have been waiting for you. You've been asking God, when will you remember me? When will you bless me? And now the answer is here. Your breakthrough is coming. It's important to understand that the challenges you went through were all part of the process. Every struggle, every rejection, every time someone walked away from you, it was all part of preparing you for this moment. You were being shaped, molded, and refined into the person you are today. The journey wasn't easy, but it was necessary for your growth. And now you are stepping into a new season of victory. As you move forward, remember that not everyone deserves to be part of this new chapter in your life. The people who doubted you, the ones who laughed at your dreams, they don't belong in your circle anymore. Your ancestors, your spiritual guides are protecting you. They will continue to screen the people who come into your life, making sure only those who are worthy of your time and energy can stay. Not everyone is meant to share in your blessings, and that's okay. You've grown, you've evolved, and now it's time for you to embrace the blessings that are coming your way. The people who underestimated you will have no choice but to acknowledge your success. The ones who walked away will see that you didn't need their help after all. You have God on your side, and that's all you ever needed. So keep walking with faith. Keep trusting in the process, even when things don't make sense. Your journey is unique, and everything you've been through has prepared you for this moment. You are stronger than you realize, and now it's time to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Your time of waiting has come to an end. I'm speaking to someone who has been through a lot, someone who has faced many struggles and challenges but remained patient. You didn't rush or become greedy. You didn't try to force things to happen or chase after quick solutions. Instead, you waited patiently, trusting that God would bless you at the right time. This kind of patience, kindness, and faithfulness is rare. Not everyone can do that, especially when life gets tough. But you stayed true to yourself, and that's a powerful thing. You were kind even when things were difficult. You remained honest even when it would have been easier to take shortcuts or do the wrong thing. You stayed obedient to what you knew was right even when it wasn't easy. These are qualities that many people struggle to maintain, especially when life isn't going their way. But you held on, and that's important. It shows your strength, your character, and your faith. You believed in something greater, and now your time has come. You endured through all the pain, through all the struggles. You didn't let the hard times break you, even though it wasn't easy. It's tough to go through difficult seasons in life and still stay hopeful, still keep believing that better days are coming. But you did it. You let yourself feel the pain without passing it on to others. You didn't take out your frustrations on those around you. You stayed focused on your journey, trusting that God had a plan for you, even when it was hard to see. And now, after all you've been through, you're about to see things change in a big way. God is about to move in your life in ways you've never imagined. You may have felt forgotten or overlooked, but all that is about to change. Don't lose hope. Don't give up now because your breakthrough is closer than ever. You're about to experience blessings beyond what you've been waiting for. There will be people who won't understand this new version of you. They'll be shocked by the changes in your life. Some of them will be triggered by your success, your growth, and your transformation. These are people who may have expected you to fail. They might have thought that because you went through tough times, you wouldn't make it. But they didn't know the plans that God had for you. They didn't realize that all the struggles were preparing you for something greater. When people can't accept the new you, they often try to bring up the old you. They dig into your past, hoping to remind you of who you used to be. But here's the good news: you are not your past. The person you are today is not the same as who you were back then. You've grown, you've changed, and you've become a better version of yourself. It's okay to look back at your past and reflect on where you've come from, but don't stay stuck there. The past is meant to be a lesson, not a prison. You can visit it, but always return to your present and be grateful for how far you've come. Be thankful for the growth you've experienced. Be thankful for the transformation that has taken place in your life. Without the challenges you faced, you wouldn't be who you are today. Your past shaped you, but it doesn't define you. It molded you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So instead of being ashamed of where you came from, be proud of how far you've come. Without the old you, there wouldn't be a new you. You might hear that some people think you're unapproachable now. That's because they're not used to the new you. Some people just want to be on your good side because they see your success. But don't worry, those who aren't genuine won't stick around for long. The truth will always come out, and people's true intentions will be revealed. Those who are only around for their own gain won't be able to keep up their act forever. This new version of you is going to surprise a lot of people. Some never expected you to be seen, recognized, or celebrated. They thought that if they left your life, things would fall apart for you. But what they didn't realize is that their exit was the beginning of your elevation. When they walked out, that's when God started lifting you up. What they thought was the end for you was really the start of something greater. So here's what you need to remember. Don't ever shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You don't need to apologize for your growth or your success. If someone can't handle the person you've become, that's their issue, not yours. You've worked hard to become who you are, and you've earned it. This isn't about pride or arrogance, it's about being grateful for the transformation that has taken place in your life. Stay humble, but don't feel the need to explain yourself to anyone. You owe no one an apology for becoming the best version of yourself. As you move forward, you might notice people from your past trying to come back into your life. They'll say things like, I was supporting you all along, or I was with you through everything, but be careful. Some of these people only want to be associated with your success because of what they can gain. They weren't there when you were struggling, but now they want to be part of your story. Don't be fooled by their words. If their intentions aren't pure, it won't take long for their true colors to show. Your new identity is going to surprise many, and not everyone will know how to handle it. But you don't need to worry about them. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. Just keep being you. Keep loving yourself, enjoying your life, and walking in the blessings that are coming your way. In conclusion, be grateful for where you are now. Be thankful for the journey that brought you here, and don't let anyone make you feel like you owe them an explanation for your success. You've earned it and you deserve it. Stay true to yourself and trust that the best is yet to come. I hope this message brings you peace and clarity. Until next time, stay blessed.